Morning, my lovelies. Barbara here with your one card reading for the week ahead. It's a Monday, the 10th of October, 2022. Back to normality for me after my 2 weeks off, but still the sun is shining, the sky is blue, so I'm still very happy, so that's great. So I feel so chilled and relaxed, and especially teaching Reiki yesterday, I actually fell asleep while my student was working on me, which is a good sign. Anyway, let's get on with the reading. Now, the deck I've chosen this week is, where's the box gone? I can't see the box. Hang on, leaning over, getting the box. Here we go. This is the Housewife's Tarot, and it's another unusual deck, because when I first got this one, I thought, oh, I'm not sure I like this. It's a bit too cartoony. It's very 50s in the depiction, sort of like old-fashioned 50s adverts, but they are so accurate, it's unbelievable, and they really sum up each of the cards. So, back of the card, very plain, nothing very exciting there. Typical sort of, gingham check, as it would have been in the 50s. However, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, look at that. And you initially think, oh, it's a bit odd, isn't it? There's a woman surrounded by her dishwasher. But the Nine of Pentacles is all about that moment where you really do have everything. You don't always realise that, though. And sometimes you think, hang on a minute, isn't there something else that I could be doing? And this card often turns up, certainly my experience, with people who perhaps have got really good high-powered jobs and they're very happy with their lot. They've got a nice income, they've got a nice family, nice house, all this sort of thing, but there's something missing. But it's a case of, do I drop what I'm doing and then rediscover which direction I should be going in? And that could very well be the reason for this card. But if you look at her, now I've just noticed actually, there she is. If you look at the expression on her face, I'm going to get it as close as I can. Look at that. That's happiness. Look at that. I have everything. Now remember, this is based in the 50s. To have a dishwasher in the 50s was like, oh my God, you have reached the top of your game with a dishwasher. And that's how she's feeling. And not smug. She does not look smug. It's like, oh, at last I've got here. And it's rather like, if you've bought a house or, rented a house that needs a lot doing to it, and then you spent all that money and all that time putting all your love and effort into something, and suddenly you've reached that fruition. It's, oh, that's great. But it's a 9. So it's like the end of the harvest, ready to start thinking about what's next. And how many of you, particularly, and this sounds particularly with guys, and again, it's experience, that the only time they finish all the jobs in the house is when you're about to sell it. So this is very much a case of, I've reached the point where, okay, I've done what I can do. I have managed to do things that have made me feel good about myself. That's given me confidence. It's not all about materialistic things, although it's a pentacle, which is security, but I feel secure in myself, because remember, security is how you label it. So to you, thousands and thousands of pounds in your bank account could mean security with you. But equally, having a close-knit family could mean security to you. Being able to grow your own vegetables, that could be, your security. It depends on you personally. So security means different things to different people. So if you look at this, she has everything she wants. She feels very happy. However, you see, she's holding on to this one pentacle. And if you look at the symbolism, it's beyond the border of the card. So it's almost like, I've taken this out. Now, she could always say, I don't need this anymore. But equally, she could say, it's time to move on. So this coming week is a time for you to really count your blessings in what you have already achieved in your life. Now, it's what makes you feel secure. What makes you feel secure in yourself? It could be your house. It could be your career, anything like that. And write it down and really go through it and feel blessed. Send out blessings to the universe. Because remember, the universe only hears what you want to send to it. So if you start, oh God, yeah, I've got this, but, oh, I wish I had this, no, the universe hears negative things. This is a time to think, what do I need to let go of? Or what do I need to actually think, I'm ready for my next step? So contemplate really hard this week on what you want to change in your life, if anything. You know, if it ain't broke, you don't need to mend it. But if you feel there's that little niggle, I'm missing something, that would just be the icing on the cake for me. Or perhaps, okay, yeah, I'm a bit stagnant at the moment. It's time for me to move on to discover new things. That's great. But it's what represents your security to you, not anybody else, not your family. What makes you feel good? And particularly, there's a lot of women out there, I will have to say, women who, you know, we look after family, we look after friends and things like that. What about you? You know, yeah, you might feel good about the fact that, not in a smug way, but, oh yeah, I help all these people, and then you suddenly think, oh, what about me? You know, so make this week about you, what makes you feel secure and what you can change. And there's my phone going. I'm just going to turn it off. Let me turn it down. There we go. So think about it this week. Write those notes down. Make the most of this week. Moon is on the wane, so if you do want to get rid of something and say, I don't need that anymore, you know, I don't need that backup plan anymore because I've pursued what I want to pursue and it's time for something exciting and something new coming in, go for it. Anyway, I'll see you next week, if not before. So, bye for now.